What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Sports and Superhero, the podcast where we talk about entertainment, sports, and superhero news from the past week. I am one of your hosts, Sammy. I do the superheroes. Your other host, Marcus, here. He does the sports. Say what's up to the people, Marcus.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Hope y'all having a good week. Going into a holiday weekend.
Yes, I just realized today that we got Monday off, so
Yep.
holiday weekend. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I don't know if anybody's barbecuing. I gotta see. Maybe my wife will barbecue. I'm not a barbecuer. I'll be 100% with y'all. I'm not good on the barbecue. I just if I can't do it, I don't do it. I don't fake it. I don't do it. That's just not me. Uh,
I can, if you want to learn, I can teach you.
Nah,
But,
I don't see it as a skill I really need to have,
all right,
honestly, because I
all
don't
right,
eat that much barbecue. I put
all
some ribs in the oven and let that cook that way and be just fine with that. Honestly,
right.
um,
Get that charcoal flavor on that
unless you
griller.
unless you teach me how to make a brisket, uh, because I heard those are delicious. So that's a different thing there.
You heard? You ain't never had it?
I've had brisket, but I just ain't had it as many times to like
Okay.
keep that with that familiar taste that you know of it.
Once,
So
once we get a place with a nice yard, I'm buying me a smoker,
okay,
and I'm going to be smoking some brisket and
okay,
ribs and everything.
okay. So that would be enjoyable. I like that. I like that. But yeah. Besides that, how was your weekend? Anything
Busy.
crazy happen?
Oh, busy, man. He last weekend was busy. Uh, Girlfriend graduated from
Mm,
college, so and then we went to my home, Chicago. It was running around all weekend, and then this weekend, so we got another busy one. We'll be running around again this weekend. So
mm. Yeah, I got last weekend. What did I do? I wanted to cut the grass, but it rained one day, so that nixed that out. And Saturday, I ended up helping my wife's grandmother put some garden stuff together for her. You know, trying to be a good what I would be grandson in law, helping her out with that. Her actually with her dad too. So it was
okay,
me, my son, and him. So three different generations helping grandma out. So that was cool.
that's what's up.
Teaching my son a little male bonding and men work or
Mhm.
physical work with your hands. He's still not good
Yeah,
at that. But yeah, that
I
you
fuck
said
with
what?
that.
he,
I,
I gotta teach him how to use a power tool. Um, I part of me is like, well, I just learned by doing, and he has the benefit of having a father in his life to help him do it. So I probably
mhm.
should do that. So I gotta learn patience with my son. I'm not very patient with him, so I'm working on that. Um, it just seems like stuff should be clicking to him, and it doesn't. And I'm like, how is this not click? But hey, he lives a I won't say a lavish lifestyle, but he is definitely suburbanized where he don't have to do a lot of stuff. So I got to give him a little patience. Um, but with that being said, guys, we're gonna just jump into this week. If you haven't already, please go hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that like to let YouTube you like what you liked. And I guess there's some hype button or something on YouTube now too that
Oh,
helps you in the algorithm. So click that as well. Let YouTube know you're hype about the podcast. Share it to your friends, families, enemies,
oh,
and strangers on the street. Just you see a stranger, tell them about the podcast. If you also know we have other social medias, TikTok, Instagram, all that's down below in the links below. You can check those out. And you can still leave us a voice message. In the voice message, we'll read it or listen to it. It can be a minute long as it's about It could be about sports or superhero stuff, or it could be about anything. Long as it's not weird, we'll probably answer it on the podcast. But with that being all said, Marcus, go ahead and hit him with that first story.
Hey, we're gonna jump into some football this week.
Okay.
So, uh, yesterday, Pittsburgh Steelers signed. I think it was yesterday. No, anyway, Pittsburgh Steelers signed Aaron Rodgers to a 1 year deal. Uh, a contract worth up to 25 million. Uh, Aaron said he's going to retire after this season. He'll be 43 by the time the season is over with.
Ooh, wow.
So there's that. Yesterday, the NFL approved the ability to play as many as 10 international games starting in 2027. That's up from 8 the previous
Okay.
season.
I didn't know they had that many already. Jesus.
I didn't either. I knew it was a couple of them. I didn't realize it was 8.
Yeah.
Um, the league also voted to strip teams' ability to protect any home games from international play. Previously, teams could protect 2 games. So let's see. The 2026 slate features 9 international games, 8 league-run games, and a London game as part of a agreement with the Jacksonville Jaguars at Wembley Stadium. Playing that playing that 9 games required NFLPA approval as a collective bargain. Now the league in the future play the 10 games plus the Wembley game with the NFLPA approval. Uh, this year, games will be in Australia, Rio de Janeiro, London, Madrid, and Mexico City. And then the league is looking at futures, is scouting future sites. I know Japan came up, but with the travel over there, it makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah.
So at, at some point, they might do that. And then Roger Goodell said his goal is to have 16 international games. So
Okay. I mean, I get it. You've already tapped the market in America. You're trying to
mhm,
branch out. I get it. Trying to go where the money is. You already got America locked down, so you think you can go other places. Cool. But don't take away too many home games for the fans that want to go to I mean, you know what I mean? That
yeah,
is, but you are running a business, and you to make your business profitable or
yeah.
more profitable, you got to get it into other eyes and have different markets. So I totally understand it, but don't alienate the your main market just trying to chase another one. You got to be careful with that.
That, and I will say those international games, it always look like it's sold out.
True,
Like, and
true.
and they're playing in like soccer stadiums. And soccer
Hmm.
stadiums
Are
are
bigger. Yeah.
uh,
Clearly, it's money there, because if it wasn't money there, they wouldn't be pushing to keep
for
doing
sure.
it.
I'm just wondering if they have too many, if they oversaturated, because when something only comes around like once a year, or you know, because they've been playing international games for a few years now. So
Hmm.
I wonder if they have games international more regularly, would that kill some of the excitement? Because now
Mm.
it comes a few times a year, is now will be readily available all the time. I'm not saying that it will. I mean, we won't know until it happens. I mean, it's
True.
hard to call it. It's hard to call it, but it'll be interesting to see what's happening. And then, like you said, by having the international games, now you're taking games away from the fans here in America. Uh, so,
My another question is, how long before we get an international football team, a team that's based in another like whole country?
I don't think that's going to happen for a while.
Okay. Okay.
because they're the traveling
Yeah.
that like every week. Well,
Yeah.
you have one team from an international team, uh, but you know, yeah, I mean you're right. Like, how long would it be? It'll probably happen. They'll figure it out. Because as
Yeah.
much as Phil say they care about player safety,
They don't. They don't.
they
Like not none of these sports really care about the player safety. None of these sports really care about it. It goes business, profits, player safety. Let's be realistic. Um and even the players know this for sure, so that's why we have our own. They usually have their own players union that are outside of said sports arrangement to facilitate stuff and dictate, hey, we're not going to do this and players are not going to do this anymore. um yeah, that's it is going to be interesting to see how long before we have our own international team within the NFL. um and do you think that, do they do that with basketball?
uh they we get like a game or two in Mexico City.
Okay.
Oh no, no, they'll play a game in Mexico and then in London,
Okay.
I believe. They have a game or two.
I can
Yeah,
see it more happening in basketball because they have so many games. They can play like 2 or 3 games
right.
before they need to come back and do that. So
Actually, because right now for the NBA Cup is played in Vegas. So
okay,
I wouldn't be surprised if like the NBA Cup is moved to like London
different
or
countries. Yeah,
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Because now, because Vegas, I don't want to say it gets saturated, but now like Vegas is kind of get saturated with sports now. You know,
yeah, yeah.
it's like Raiders, the Oakland A's is moving to Vegas.
Oh, are they? Oh, I didn't know that.
You got the uh, Las Vegas Aces.
Aces.
So that's what football,
They got
baseball.
football, baseball,
I
uh,
probably
women's basketball.
probably eventually they're going to get an NBA team eventually.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah. Oh, today you got hockey. The
Oh,
Los
yep.
Angeles, I could picture the logo. I can't remember the name right now.
Is it? It's not the Kings, is it? Kings
No,
is in LA.
yeah, but the logo is something. It's a helmet. It's gold because the colors are gold and black. Uh,
Hmm.
I can't remember the name.
Put it down below if you know the Vegas hockey team. Put it in the comments, and if we make this a clip, put it in that clip. Uh,
Knights, Las Vegas Knights.
Knights. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Golden Knights. Yeah. Um, so yeah, we'll see. And then I thought I saw something about the NFL is considering on playing games on Wednesday nights as well.
Oh,
Uh, I I couldn't find out too quickly, but I thought I saw something about that. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw that. So
they trying to take over the whole week.
yeah,
Man.
I'm still mad that NFL games come on Christmas. I don't like that.
Oh, I seen something. I don't know if it's in one of your stories. I think the one of the either I don't know if it's a Christmas or the turkey game is gonna be on Netflix behind the paywall. I don't know if it's a Thanksgiving or Christmas game supposed to be behind. I know some senator got upset about that. So um I understand why they're doing this money. But Jesus.
I really, I don't care. Like Christmas, I'm not watching NFL. That's basketball time. I'm watching NBA all day. I don't care less for football on Christmas. Thanksgiving, yes, traditional.
Yeah.
If it's not a paywall, it's not on a regular network, I will be watching. I'm not. like I said, I'm not chasing these games around. I wouldn't chase the games this season with the NBA, so I'm definitely not doing the stuff for the NFL. So
Understandable. Understandable. Okay. Well, speaking of chasing things, DC has released a few more people on the cast of the Batman 2, uh, and Matt Reeves have done it through Twitter/X. He was putting up pictures from people's like other movies talking about the Batman 2 who have just been casted in or are in the movie. Of course, they told you the reoccurring characters from the last movie are coming back. You know, Robert Pattinson. Um, oh, I just blanked on his name, the guy that played Commissioner Gordon. He's a great actor. Ah, I forgot his name, and I don't know if I have that story pulled that cast list pulled up. Oh, I do. Okay, here it goes. What's his name? Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright is coming back to play Jim Gordon. Um, and of course, Colin Farrell's coming back to play Penguin, and we of course we added Scarlett Johansson playing what is it, Dent's fiance, Gladia, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's fiance, and Sebastian Stan's gonna be Harvey Dent, who is their fiancés. But they just added Charles Dance. He's supposed to be playing Charles Dent, so he's gonna be Harvey Dent's father. And they also announced Tyree Henry, aka Paperboy. Uh, he's joined the cast, but they did not say who he is playing. So we get to theorize who we think he's going to be playing. And within that Batman universe, I don't think he's going to be like a small time villain or anything. I think he's going to be a police officer. I think he's going to be Bullock. One of the He's kind of a dirty cop at times. But he's not necessarily a nemesis of Batman, but he always was messing with Batman as the cop, trying to get the job done and kind of hating Batman interfering with his job. There's a good chance he could be playing that. Would I be upset if he played a villain, a different villain role, a smaller villain? No. I it's just what small villain role could he be? Would be interesting. Um, Off the top of my head, it'd have to be like, unless they laying the groundwork for him to be a villain in the third one and just appear in this one, that would be interesting. I could see him being the Mad Hatter. That would be interesting. Um because I don't think we've had the Mad Hatter in a live action Batman movie, and that would be a different change of scenery for that kind of thing. But I'm very excited to see what role he will be playing in this Batman movie. I'm already excited for the Batman movie because it's Batman. Um, but the cast is really starting to be a star-studded cast, and it's really starting to be interesting to see how they juggle all these characters with the storyline. There's rumors of it's gonna be Mr. Freeze is gonna be one of the main bad guys. Only time will tell if that happens. Hopefully, Robert Pattinson's Batman, they show a little more of Bruce Wayne, and they develop that Bruce Wayne character a little bit, because that was the only real gripe for me from the first movie is his Bruce Wayne was just very emo and didn't hold up as Bruce Wayne. Like, yes, Bruce Wayne is Batman's alter ego, but Bruce Wayne has a job to do. He has to be front and center playboy to make it seem like the Waynes are all good and that he couldn't possibly be this terrible vigilante at night doing all this crazy stuff. It's a duality of those two characters, Batman and Bruce Wayne, that make it work. At least for me, at least how I see it. But yeah, super excited for that. But we also got a trailer, another trailer for Lanterns, and this is probably the trailer they should have put out first. The trailer immediately shows the Green Lanterns using their ring. We see Cal Jordan, yeah, Hal Jordan. I said Cal. Hal Jordan uses ring and put up like a green force field, and he's basically coaching John Stewart into becoming a Green Lantern and telling him he has to show he's worthy. And John Stewart's pushing back like, "Hey, are you even worthy to do this? Because it seems like you shouldn't have got picked." And they're battling in that. They show um Al in his suit. You see his suit. I know a lot of people were upset because it was kind of brown. It has shades of green in there. They definitely put more green in this episode, and to give that green that people were hoping for. We actually see John Stewart in like scrubs and holding which I'm assuming is a lantern. It looks like a lantern. It looks like the style of a lantern. So that would be the battery for the ring. And there's a lady in there. I don't know who she is. I blanked on it because I wasn't really paying attention to it. Um, but she's talking to Stewart like, yeah, he used to be a lantern, or it seems like he might not be a lantern anymore, or on the cusp of losing it. And Stewart's there supposedly to replace him. It feels like so. It's gonna be very interesting. There's clearly a mystery going on. I seen one person's theory saying that this is supposed to take over a span of time. So in these 8 episodes, there's gonna be time jumps within those, and you're gonna learn this mystery as through the time jumps as things happen to where it makes sense for them to be stuck on Earth or where they are at that moment. Um, there's also I forgot what news article put it out. Said something that there wouldn't be a lot of other lanterns in this. It might be just 3 to possibly 4, but they don't have main roles in it. So that's gonna be interesting to see. I am kind of hyped for this. It looks good. It looks very True Detective meets superheroes, kind of western-ish, but a different dark, not too gritty look at it. It's definitely different than Peacemaker and any other DC show that has coming up, live action show that's come out in the last 5 years. So that's in itself is good. You want to give something fresh and new for fans to hold on to and latch on to. So that's what I think they're giving us on this one. So I'm excited to see what happens with it. We'll see if it's good. Let us know in the comments. Did you see the trailer? Do you like the trailer? Are you excited for it? I think it comes out. Oh, I should have wrote that down. Hold on. Let me see. When does Lanterns come out? It comes out. It said it on there too. August 16th. So within 2 months, 2.5 months, it should be out. So we definitely be watching that. And of course it's on HBO slash HBO Max or Max or whatever it's called now. I don't even know what it's called now. All I know is they might be getting bought by Paramount. So we still got to see what that deal goes through. But yeah, let us know in the comments. What do you think about that? Hey, this would be the spot where your ad would be if you were interested in advertising on our show. We're a sports and superhero podcast, so if you're in that niche, this is definitely a podcast you would like to advertise on. We will have a big package and a small package for you to pick from. If you would like to, hit us up at our email right here, and we will definitely talk about it. Then
All right. So now we're just gonna stick with the NFL because I've been talking a lot of basketball these last few weeks. So we'll talk about Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice has been sentenced to serve 30 days in jail after testing positive for marijuana in a violation of the terms of his probation for his role in a crash that left multiple people injured on a Dallas highway 2 years ago. So, yesterday, Texas State Attorney's official said Mr. Rice was taken to custody today in the 194th Judicial District Court for testing positive for THC in order to serve the 30 days that he had previously been ordered to serve at a later time starting today. Rashid had received deferred uh, adjudication after pleading guilty, and the case would have been dismissed if he had completed the probation. The Chiefs have voluntary practices that begin next week, and mandatory minicamp is set to end June 11th. But all that wouldn't have mattered anyway because about a week ago he had underwent a knee surgery to clean up some loose bones in his right knee
Hmm.
that is causing swelling. Actually, I have that exact same thing going on in my right knee as well. Just like bones just floating
Ooh,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, when
That
I tell you, like
doesn't sound great.
the nights when I tell you, like I can't, I can't hoop because I can't run and jump. That's what I got going on. I got just whole
Okay.
just floating in the just
Jesus.
swells it up, and then once that happens, I can't run and jump. So basketball is not an option. Um, yeah, he is expected to be sidelined for 2 months, but is expected to be ready for training camp later this summer. So, all in all, if he wasn't smoking weed, he would not have had to serve these 30 days in jail.
Hmm.
Accident that happened 2 years ago.
What team is he on?
Kansas City Chiefs,
Okay.
the running back. You know,
Okay.
you gotta be smarter than that.
You really do. You
I
really
don't,
do.
I don't know if he was smoking it or I mean, because crazy thing is, marijuana takes the longest to get out your system
Very much so.
versus like the harsher things, harsher drugs that or whatnot. So yeah, man, you knew he was on probation. You know,
Yeah. You know you can't be doing that stuff on probation. For one, you know you can't do that because of your job. Just like my
yep,
job. I know I can't do that. Yes, I
yep,
have a drink every so often. I gotta make sure it's not during winter time because I got a snow plow, so I can't be drunk snow plowing. So you know what you not supposed to be doing. You
yeah,
make enough money to go do other stuff that's legal and okay.
yeah. Like for him, it's only 30 days. I mean, he'll be all
Yeah.
right. But still, my guy, you know, just be smart about it. You
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you young, rich, and dumb. You gotta smarten up eventually, my boy. You gotta smarten up eventually.
know,
Mm. Okay. Well, speaking of, I got no segue on this one. So the new Harry Potter series that's coming to HBO Max. They already we talked about this maybe a week or two ago. They already filmed the first season and they already greenlit the second season. They're literally starting to film the second season. Um, we just got some information that one of the cast members is leaving production. They're leaving season two. They won't be in season two. It came the article said it was a mutual agreed upon just leaving. So nobody on either side, they try to make it cordial. I don't know 100% sure because I'm not that person, so I can't say if that was right, what was really happening. But the actor intel is uh Grace. Oh, I'm gonna butcher her name. Hold on, Grace Cochran. She was playing the role of Ginny Weasley, so she will play it in the first season, I'm assuming, and get recast in the second season. Um, which it sucks that she has to leave because if that first season blows up and her character gets popular, you already know she's not going to be there for the second season. But her and her family decided they had to step away from the second season. So more power to them. Hopefully everything is okay, and hopefully people don't get too mean because sometimes people get mean when people leave a show, but especially if there's a beloved show and character, people go crazy. Um, Also, we got some other news about Voltron. If you didn't know, they were making a live action Voltron movie. Henry Cavill is one of the stars of said movie. I don't think he's gonna be like one of the kids of the Voltron thing. I think he's supposed to be the king of the in that storyline. And also Sterling K. Brown is supposed to be also in this movie. They talked about it like 2 3 years ago about wanting to make it, and it finally they're making it. Um, but unfortunately, it's not going to theaters. Yes, the Voltron movie live action is not going to theaters. It is going to a streaming service. So it was supposed to be a theater release movie. Now it's gotten bumped down. I don't know if they just seen the end product or seen some of the edited scenes of the movie they made and was like, I don't think this is going to be good enough to be in theaters. On also, there's an issue with the people that love Voltron, them dudes is like 50. Yes, Voltron had a animated series that kind of revitalized it a little bit. And so you have some newer fans, but it clearly they don't feel they have a big enough fan base to put this in theaters to make their money back. And I believe it's supposed to go to Prime Video. I could be wrong. I think I seen it say Prime Video. And some other streaming service as well. It's just another kind of hit for Henry Cavill. He he was a he was a good Superman, but ever since he got that role of Superman, everything else he's done is kind of went downhill. He was very good in Mission Impossible in that, but he got killed off, so you couldn't even bring him back. You could bring him back as like an evil step clone brother or something like that. You could do that, but unfortunately, you don't get to do that. Marcus, you know what you've heard of Voltron before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I was just wondering because I know Voltron, but it was kind of before our time because it's real early 80s, kind of late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I seen the reruns and stuff like that. And of course the new one I watched like a little bit of the first season. I didn't fully watch the whole thing because Voltron Power Rangers is my thing. And clearly Power Rangers kind of stole a little bit from Voltron, but it is what it is. Um, it sucks that Henry Cavill, mm, he's gotten hit again with this because he's also doing the Highlander. He's supposed to be doing a remake of the Highlander, which I never really got into the Highlander, but it's a big property. And I know he got hurt on the set of that, so they got pushed back. So only time will tell if that comes out. And my man is trying to do his thing, but the word is in Hollywood, he is not the easiest to work with. So he might be creating his own problems himself. He was good. I watched a little bit of The Witcher when he was in it, and then he left that project to go be Superman, which I don't think was a good idea for him because people liked him in The Witcher. He should have rode that until a bigger project came along. But he got greedy and wanted to do that Superman, and I get it. Superman's a big character, but yeah, um, I have no idea when this is supposed to be come out. They didn't put that in the article, but now that we know it's gonna be on streaming, we'll be looking out for it because I'll probably watch it just to, give Henry Cavill a little boost. I think he's a decent actor. I think he's good, and I'm interested to see what they do with Voltron. Side note, apparently there's like multiple Voltrons, and one of them they don't use cats as their robots. It's some other kind of it's like regular cars or vehicles or something. So hopefully it's not that Voltron. You better have a cats. If you don't have a cats, what is you doing? You better have a cats in these. These better be cat robots that come together to become bigger cat robot. So that if they did that, I see why it's going to theaters if they didn't do the cats. But other than that, it should be good. So we will see. Hit us in the comments below. Are you excited for Harry Potter? Are you upset about Harry Potter being recast? Not Harry Potter himself, but the recasting of one of the characters in Harry Potter, or do you understand? And this Voltron movie, are you gonna watch it when it comes out on streaming? Let us know in the comments down below.
Hey, I got a quick question. I don't know if you're going to talk about this in one of your topics, but did you see the new trailer for He-Man?
No, I haven't seen it. I see right before we came on, I seen that there was a new trailer, and I was
Uh,
like, "Dang, I need to watch that." I'm still debating if I'm gonna go see the He-Man movie,
yeah. Okay.
um, cause I like He-Man.
Yeah.
Um, I seen the first trailer and it looked interesting,
Uh,
but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. When I see him, that haircut, I think what do you call it? The bob. You got the bob
He
in
does
there.
have the bob.
I was like, oh, he really got the bob. Oh my goodness. That's the
He
first
does
thing I
have the
thought of when
bob.
I saw the trailer. I was like, oh yeah, he really does have the bob.
He
That's crazy.
does. He does. I know
Uh,
they have one of their biggest hurdles is what is that dude's name? Jesus, I forget his name. Let me see. They have a character in their movie he's playing Skeletor.
uh-huh.
What's his name? Jared Leto. So a lot of people
Yeah.
don't like Jared Leto, and he's playing Skeletor. They really didn't use him a lot in that first trailer. They're
Yeah.
really trying to hide that he's in the movie, not because they want it to be a surprise. It's because they know a lot of people don't like him right now.
What'd he do?
He um I don't know what he really did. I know he didn't do good in the Tron Ares movie. That didn't do well, and he was a star of that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if he's just not a very likable person and kind of hard to work with. I know he did some wild stuff when he was playing the Joker in the Suicide Squad movie. He did some wild stuff on set trying to get into character. He was sending people dead rats and stuff like that, and people disliked him on that. And I just think he's done some crazy stuff outside of
Yeah.
movies. I don't think anything criminal,
Yeah.
but I could be wrong. I 100% could be wrong,
Yeah.
but
Just weird behavioral movie sets.
yeah,
Okay. Hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
they're trying to limit him being in as much as they can until people have to come see it.
Yeah.
Um, so
Like
we'll
the
see what happens.
yeah, like the new one, I think it's only just like a glimpse of him and a
Yep.
scene just like just quick. And see, oh, he's there quick enough we know it's Skeletor, and then it goes on back to the Bob, the man with the Bob.
Which is weird because Skeletor is a really good villain for He-Man. He's a big villain. He's well known. For you not to be using him in the promotion of this is wild. It's
Yeah.
wild. So we'll see what happens with it. When does it come out? June 5th it comes out. So next month it
Oh,
comes out. So we'll see.
yeah, that's,
Um
yeah, that's
it's in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 weeks
Yeah.
from Friday. Hmm. All right. Well, uh, basketball. I missed all the games this weekend. Both games had. It's like I said, I was running around. I didn't have
Yeah.
time to sit and watch. But both games were blowouts anyway, so didn't look like I missed much. First, Cleveland blew out the Pistons, 125-94. Let's see what that box score looked like. I know I said this time and time again, but if Detroit's going to get better, they they got to get Cade some help because he can't do it all himself. Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Okay, so Detroit's leading scorer was Jenkins with 17. Damn, what happened to Cade? Uh, yeah, Donovan Mitchell had a game high 26. Oh my goodness. Uh, Let me see. Box score. Uh, K, yeah, K played. He played 37 minutes. He only took 16 shots, 13. His game must have got out of hand quickly for him to only take 16 shots. He only had 13 points.
Mm.
They lost 125 to 124. And then in the other game seven game, San Antonio beat the brakes off of Minnesota, 139 to 109. And then the big controversy in that game was with about 8 minutes left in the game, Minnesota down by 30. Ant was getting subbed out. So he dapped up some of the Spurs players and he sat down because coach from Minnesota was like, "You're not getting back in the game." So he dapped him up and he sat on the bench. So that became a big topic of conversation. So my question to you: You're playing in a game, you're down by 30.
Oh.
Uh, uh, you're down by 30 in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes left in the game. You're down by 30. You put yourself down. You know you're not going back in. Are you showing respect to the team before you leave the court during the game, or are you shaking hands after the game, or are you not shaking hands at all?
So as I'm gonna give you two answers. As a coach,
No,
hey
no,
my
I'm not.
nigga, hey no, I'm gonna give you two answers. I'm gonna give you two answers.
I'll let you
Hey my
finish.
boy, hey go sit down. Cause for one, I know you've been hurt this series. I know
Mm-hmm.
you've been hurt. I'm not gonna risk you getting hurt any other kind of way to where you might not play next season.
Yeah.
You going? We 30 down, 8 minutes. Hey, come sit down, chill out. As a player, I want to play to the last minutes. This is our season. This is our I want to play these 8 minutes. Yeah, we down by 30. I think I'm good enough to bring us back by 30. I want to play. I am not. I am not gonna go shake my competitors' hands at 8 minutes when there's still a whole bunch of games still to play. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Even if I know I'm about to get pulled, I'm not doing that. That is wild. That is wild. I'm sorry. I'll shake y'all hands after the game, yes. But I'm gonna go sit on the bench and watch my team continue playing, cheer them on, try to get them to maybe go on a 20-point run, bring us within 10, and then I'm gonna try to get back in the game. It's like, no, I'm not about to 8 minutes left. No, nah, I can't do that. There's respect, and then there's just what you doing, bruh? Is we not competing right now? Are we not trying to win something? I couldn't do that. Me myself.
I don't disagree, but at the same time, um, I'm down by 30 in the fourth quarter. Okay, put it this way. We playing game, we down by 30, and then they take us out and they put in Doug and Rich. We know they're not cutting to this league. They're not cutting to that league. It's
We talking
over.
hot hand rich? Hot hand rich. He can hit you 10 threes real quick.
Nah. He's going to travel on six of them. Okay. So it doesn't matter. All right. So it's like it's a wrap. I'm hurt. I mean, we hurt. We're not 100%. There's no way to cut into that league.
True.
And I'm sitting on the bench. I'm hurt. I'm mad. Maybe I can't say I'm probably being biased. But after I sit to that bench, I'm not going up and shaking hands because I'm mad we getting our ass kicked. But before I leave the court, I'll show y'all respect. And because once I go to that bench, soon as that buzzer sounds, I'm going straight to the locker room. I ain't trying to talk to nobody because we just got our ass kicked. Like, I know I'm not going to go sit on the bench then walk back to half court. Nah, man, I want to go. Excuse me. I want to get home, man. I don't want to talk about this shit. These niggas, and that's the thing. That was like you gotta be. Some people like you gotta be more of a leader. You down, you should go. You should doubt them up with 8 minutes left. There's still a lot of game left. You go on the bench, cheer, and then if you're going to pay respect, do it after the game. I see both sides, um, but yeah, I honestly, I think there's a big controversy about nothing. Anyway, I don't think it was that big of a deal because, like, Isaiah walked off the court and then shake Jordan's hand when they finally beat them in the playoffs, and so and then that became a
Okay,
big
that's
deal.
different though. I
That
give
became
you. I'll talk about you walking off the court and not shaking my hand.
yeah.
We still playing and you shaking everybody's hand. He didn't just take one or two people. He shook almost everybody's hand. That's a little much. That's a little much. With a lot of games still to play, it's a little much.
They were not cutting Telly. Wemby is on the opposite team. Okay. Speaking of Wemby, game one Monday
Yeah.
night. I mean, I went to bed at regulation because I knew I had to get up early the next day for work. So I didn't watch the two overtimes. I knew I was gonna be hyped, and there was no way I would go to sleep. But then I saw what he did. Man, hey, that 3-pointer he hit in transition,
That was deep.
that was the same spot that Steph did it when he played Oklahoma. It was pretty much the same exact spot. Man, hey, game one was amazing. I think this Thunder Spurs series, I hope it goes to 7 games. I think it's going to go to 7 games. I hope it goes to 7 games because this is going to be the most exciting matchup for the rest of the playoffs. No, it no matters who makes it to finals.
Yeah.
This series will be the most fun to watch because you have two young teams with a lot of talent, where they both have uh, deep benches and a
Yeah.
lot of players and stars, and I love it. Wemby has a lot of smoke for Chat. Wemby's still mad from when he lost to the USA team on the under 17 team when they lost by 2. And ever since then, he has smoke with Chat. And I love that shit. I
Yeah.
love the
They going
competitive.
hard. They going
I
hard.
like I ain't your friend, I ain't your homie. It's none of that. He got smoke for OKC. Chat and OKC. I love that. We see, I grew up watching basketball in the 90s. That's what I'm used to seeing. Not this kumbaya, let's be friends. Oh, you my boy. Nah, fuck that. When we during the game, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not gonna do nothing to hurt you, but no, none of that. After the
Yeah.
game, fine. So, like, if we was on opposite teams and we playing each other in the playoffs, that whole series, don't talk to me. I'm not talking to you. No, I don't want to talk to you. Don't
I
talk to me
understand.
about
I
don't,
understand.
don't check about my family, nothing. I don't care what you heard about my family. Don't call me. You call somebody else. After that playoff series happens, okay, then we be boys again. But during that series, nah, bro, that ain't it. We ain't
I
cool. We ain't
understand.
cool.
I understand.
I'm trying to take your head off. I'm trying to get to the next round, playboy. It is what it is. Like that, I wouldn't do nothing dirty. I wouldn't, play dirty or hurt you or anything, nothing like
Yeah.
that. Again, respect level, but competitive wise, nah, I'm going at your head, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't none of that friend shit. Nah. So I love it. Game
It
two,
was a good game. Double overtime, good
double
game.
overtime.
Ah.
I think what Wemby. I got a stat somewhere in my phone. Because Wemby had like 40 plus points and 20 plus rebounds or something like that.
Yeah. So they're actually playing game 2 right now.
Yes.
And the Thunder is up 62-51. It's halftime. So yeah, they clearly are gonna be battling in this series. And I think this is gonna be the series to watch. Definitely you should be tuning in for this series to see who makes it through this. Um hmm, it's gonna be devastating. Like you said, Wemby was out there playing.
I
It was a
thought
lot of I seen on was it 504 Jeff Teague's podcast.
yeah.
One of the dudes is spazzing out. He was like, "Yo, why y'all keep letting these little people guard Wemby? Y'all need to put a big dude on him. Chet needs to go play." They was like, "Chet kind of skinny. He don't got the muscle mass." They was like, "Chet better find it because Wemby he be playing. He playing
So
big.
so they had Caruso on Wemby that whole game, which again Caruso shot game of his life from 3 point line, mainly because he was left wide open because Wemby was packing the paint so they could keep Shea out the paint. Which
Hmm.
I forgot to look this up. I was going to tell you all the NBA awards because Shea won MVP on Monday.
Yeah.
So and Wemby was lobbying for himself to get MVP. So he watched Shea get the MVP before game one, and I think that probably gave Wemby some more motivation than what he already had. Like I say, he already got smoked for chat in, in Oklahoma anyway, and then he had to watch SGA get the MVP award, and he came in
Yeah.
and dominated.
Mm.
Uh, I can't find that stat, but I think like Wemby, his stats from game one, he was the first player to do that since Kareem in a playoff debut. I think to score like 40 points and have 20 plus rebounds.
Okay.
I believe that's what that stat was. I knew I had it somewhere on my phone, but I can't find it right now. Okay,
Okay.
I want to divert a little bit, and before I talk about the Knicks and the Cavaliers, I want to talk about this now that I'm thinking about it. The NBA awards. So, like I said, it was announced. Oh, this was a little bit controversy with that as well. The announcement of SGA's MVP. So, Shams, you know what that is, Sammy? He's,
No.
he's an NBA reporter, like an insider. He gives all the information. He breaks the
Okay, I
game.
think that's the dude that. Yeah, I think I'll be seeing his Twitter pop up.
Right. So
Okay.
Shams got word that Shea was MVP, so he put it out on the internet. So, well, they said he leaked it early on the internet because he got wind
Mm.
that NBA was MVP, and so he put it out there. But apparently, the NBA wanted to announce it during the pregame of Game One, I believe,
Of course.
announcing on Prime or some shit like that. So it was a little bit controversial about that. So SGA MVP, we talked about this earlier. Cooper Flag was Rookie of the Year.
Hmm.
Wemby was Defense Player of the Year. Clutch Player of the Year was SGA as well. Most Improved Player was Nikhil Alexander Walker as SGA's cousin. Sixth Man of the Year was Keldon Johnson for the Spurs. Executive of the Year was Brad Stevens for the Boston Celtics. And then Sportsmanship Award was Derek White for Boston. Okay, this one is funny. The Teammate of the Year was DeAndre Jordan. So I don't I don't know if you saw the video, and I don't know what I don't remember what platform I saw it on, but he posted a video of him being teammate of the year, and it's just him sitting on bench doing waving his hat out, getting water, just like hyping up the crowd, hyping up his teammates. It was funny. It
That's
was
a good
hilarious.
teammate.
Have you ever had, like I said, I saw that a while ago. I don't remember where I saw that, but you probably can find it on YouTube. But if you ever have time to go find that video, it's hilarious.
Side note, speaking of him, I watched Steph Curry's that GOAT movie, animated
Okay.
movie. It
Yeah.
was pretty good. It wasn't too bad. It was
I
pretty
heard
good. It's on
it.
Netflix right now, so if you want to go check that out. This is not a paper paid sponsorship for them. It's just something I liked and I enjoyed. Thought you guys might want to check it out. Now, if Netflix want to slide us some money for that, I will gladly take it. But I'm just saying, I thought it was good. Good kids movies. Take your kids, go watch it on Netflix.
Yeah. So going back, so yeah, OKC Spurs are playing the Western Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
The winner of that game goes to the finals. On the eastern side, you got Cleveland and New York. They played last night. I didn't see this game either because I was actually physically playing basketball, so watching it. Uh, New York won 115 or 104, and apparently the Knicks was down by 22 points in the fourth quarter, and they went on a 18. Was it an 18-0 run or an 18-1 run to get back in the game, and they eventually won it. Uh, Jalen Brunson went off. He had like 30. What's my box score? I think he had like 39,
38.
38. Okay. What's my box score? Um, he had 38. And then they were talking about the defense. I just saw Twitter making fun of James Harden defense. And
Of course.
then I walked past the TV this morning at work, and they were like, "How did the Knicks exploit James Harden defense?" I was like, "We've never since James Harden been in the league, have never said James Harden is a defensive player. Guy plays."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, "What do you mean?" Uh, if Cleveland is going to be effective, they can't have James Harden on Jalen Brunson. That's not going to work.
Nope.
And
Nope.
he's not a defensive player. Like,
He's
and then
not.
even this time of year, his offense is suspect.
Yeah, he
And
only scored like 15 points. Like,
let's say he shoot tour dates. Like this guy go like 3 for 15, 7 for 9. Oh, not 7 for 9, but like 3 for 7, seven
yeah.
for 15. So
But it doesn't help in overtime. They only scored 3 points. Cleveland only scored 3 points in overtime.
that guy
That
went.
game too went into overtime.
Oh,
So yeah.
there's my box score. Yeah, yeah, that game went in overtime. Yeah, uh, yeah, 20. Yeah, like I said, they was now by 22 in the fourth quarter. Jaylen Brown finished with 38. Donovan Mitchell had 29. Uh, Cat had 13 rebounds. Yeah, I think this series should be good. I also think this series will go 7 games as well. My prediction for the finals is Knicks and Spurs. Who are you predicting, Sammy?
After the Spurs play like this, yeah, I think they gonna make it. Um, I would go with the Knicks because the Knicks is playing like amazing ball right now. Like they are playing amazing ball. From the blowouts in Atlanta to coming back 20 down,
Yeah,
they playing. They clearly got a determination to win this. Now hopefully they can stay healthy in the next 7 to 14 games. They can stay healthy and they can pull the upset. I think that's gonna be if they do play Wemby, that's gonna be an interesting series right there. Cause Cat is stronger than what's the name on the Thunder. I think he's a better big man size wise. Um so that's gonna give Wimby a little bit of trouble inside the hole, but Wimby still got that length. He got that
that,
length and he got moves.
that man caught the ball and dunked it all in one motion on Monday night. Like, this is crazy. That's insane.
And he can shoot the three. Cat can shoot the three sometimes too,
Yeah,
but
Joe Cat-
not at a higher percentage as Wimby can. Um, and that spaces your floor out so much when you got a guy that big that can shoot the three or take a step and be in the paint. Like makes it very difficult.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the Knicks though, they can't. They can't be. They gotta play better. Sure, they won, but down. That's not gonna happen every time. You down by 20
Yeah.
and expect the other team to collapse. This is the Eastern Conference, so
Yeah.
it's definitely gotta play better. You can't expect this to happen.
You got to
So
play like every game's your last game at this
yeah,
point.
they'll make adjustments and we'll see what happens. Like it's already seems like OKC has made some adjustments because they're up by 11 at halftime. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'm definitely going to try to watch all the Spurs and OKC games. The next Cleveland games, I'm like, if I get around to it, I do. I really don't. It's not that big a deal for me.
Hmm.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Most famous.
So I seen this question on TikTok, so I thought I'd ask you. Do you think LeBron's time with the Lakers has been a failure?
Ah, damn, I had a stat on that as well too that I lost. What I saw. I mean, you can't call it a complete failure, I guess, because he depends on how you look at it though, because they did win a championship in the bubble, but some people don't count the bubble ring. I just don't like the fact that he called it the most difficult championship ever. I will die on that hill. That was not the most difficult championship ever because you had nothing to focus on but basketball. Sure, yes, there was a global pandemic going on, but everybody was locked down. You were in a nice resort, and all you had to do was play with basketball. Sure, there was no crowd, but come on, man, you had nothing for. That was not the most difficult championship ever to win. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. Go talk to Bill Russell when he was playing in Boston in the '60s, where he's getting called the N word by the opponents fans, his home fans. He's getting death threats and all that. Go talk to Bill Russell and ask him about him playing in Boston during that time. And then you come back to me talking about the most difficult championship. Get out of here.
True,
Um,
true.
but also, I'm not the right person to ask this question.
Well, I'm just compare it um to like Joker. Joker's been in uh at the nut. Where's he? He's Denver for
Yeah,
what 7, 8 years, maybe longer. I think how long has he been in? How long has he been with the Nuggets? Let's see.
Joker. I mean, yeah, well, he also won a title.
He only won one.
Yeah, he only won one. Jokic, how long he's been in Denver? Oh, yeah, he's been in there since 2012.
2012. Okay. Ooh,
He
so that's
he
12
got
years.
uh,
2012.
NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP,
14.
three MVPs. You know,
So
seven
that'd
games.
be 16 years, right? Is that right? Am my math right?
It's 2026 now.
2012. Yeah. And
14.
he's only won one championship within that time.
Yeah.
So like, ugh. It also depends on how you categorize success with a team. Is it how many championships you got, or that you got championships, or that you got your team to a certain point on the road of a championship? Um, just a question I thought I'd throw out there, see what your thought process on it. Y'all
Uh,
let us know in the comments down below.
I mean, yeah, he like I said, he won a championship, and then they missed the playoffs. Uh, a few, like I think at least twice they missed the playoffs. They got eliminated like the first and second round. So, like I said, it all depends if you go with the fact that he won at least one championship there, then success. The outside that one season, the rest of it, no, it has not been a success. It would be a failure. But if you just look at it like he won the championship, so then automatically you can say it's a success. But like I said, outside
Mm-hmm.
they haven't done anything. I mean, and yeah, not all like it's not. I mean, 'cause AD was always hurt. Um,
True.
this, this year Luca was out. Austin Reeves was out. Um, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. Well, he's doing all this. He's 41. No, because when I talk to LeBron, he's 41. He's doing this, that, and that. But so I'm not getting that pass. I don't want to hear that. And then he's talking about I'm kicking Father's time. I'm kicking Father's time's ass. He need to go mess with somebody else. So no, he's not getting the H pass from me. I'm not going. Like
True. True.
whatever. Yeah, but like I
Okay.
said, I'm
Okay.
probably not the most fair person to answer that question.
Understandable.
And I
Understandable.
realize I still didn't answer the question really.
I mean, you
Yes,
sort of answered it. You sort of
it's a
answered it.
failure. It's a failure. I don't count the bubble. It was not the most difficult ring ever. Fuck out of here. Bill Russell's in the 60s. Most difficult ring, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a failure. So be it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, speaking of failures, we got the season finale of The Boys, the last episode of The Boys TV show itself. This is their coup de grace, the ending of this era of The Boys. Yes, they have spin-offs coming up. They still have Vault Rising, and there's talks of The Boys Mexico supposed to be coming. I think that got pushed back after the way people received this season of The Boys. But we got the last episode of The Boys, which was actually shorter than the episode before, which I would think this is your last episode, make it long as possible. But no, it was shorter. This episode was called Blood and Bone, and I'm gonna give you my quick review, non-spoiler review of what I thought this episode was. Being the last episode, being the coup de grace of these 5 seasons, to close all sort of plot holes, plot lines, characters, arcs, all that good stuff. I For me, out of 10, it was a six, six and a half, 6.5 out of 10. It did
Really?
its job. It closed characters arcs. It had a completion. I'll give it that. It had a start and a completion here. You got that all that figured out. You close a chapter on that. You close a chapter on a world within this world of what they were going through, what the characters was dealing with, and where they ended up at. You close that. I'll give you credit for that. Was it done in a satisfying way? Not really. Was it done in a crafted writer's way? Not really. Like it left so much to the imagination. It made you question like why would you choose to do this? Why did you choose to do that? Why didn't you go in a different direction with this? I was very disappointed in it. Coming from where the heights of the first season, learning about the boys, you being introduced to these characters, following these characters season 1, 2, 3, 4, this climax of it left you with just a bitter taste in your mouth, honestly. Um, it feels like they definitely deviated from the comic books, which I can understand, but they didn't deviate to the point that they made it better, um, or made it as good as the comics books. Because I didn't read the comic books, so I can't speak on that fully. But from what I'm hearing from other people that who have read the comic books, they're not excited about this ending. So let's get into some specifics of it. Did they kill some people? Yes, of course. We'll talk from the beginning of the season. They killed A Train. They killed Frenchie last episode, and this episode they killed Terror, Butcher's dog. They killed All Father. They killed the Deep. They finally killed Homelander, and they killed Butcher. They did some killing. They definitely went out killing on that last episode. I wish they would have spread out the killing a little more throughout the episodes, the bigger characters, but they did see some killing. We did see happy endings for Mother's Milk. He got back with his wife and his daughter. He's with his family. I think Ryan has become part of their family. I'll let you know how that happened. We had a happy ending for Huey and Starlight. They're together. Big surprise. Starlight is pregnant, which I thought the soups were. What's that word when you can't have babies? Um, um, sterile. I thought
Yeah.
she was sterile. Apparently, way back, the V complex, the V serum that they give everybody that make them soups has a sterile component to it that so they can't have babies. Somehow she has babies, so that's questionable. I'm wondering about that. Chemical had her happy ending to an extent where she went to France and tried a crepe, so that was great for her. But let's get into a little more details of things I liked and things I didn't like. First off, we found out that Chemical has the power of Soldier Boy now, where she can do that chest blast and vaporize the V out of your blood. So that's how they beat Homelander. They use that to stop Homelander. But before they use that, which I do like that part, I hate that they find out she has that power by using Sage to be the test guinea pig for her to use that power on. Yes, they used that power on Sage and took her smart away. She's dumb now. Like you took an amazing character who still had flaws, but still amazing character, and took everything away from her. She does live. She gets away, but now she's dumb. But she seems a little happy about that, not being the smartest person in the world anymore. But I just felt that that was it just felt wrong. It didn't feel like it was needed. It didn't feel like she should have stood there. Like I get it, we had to see Chemical use her power. She had to use it on someone. I get it. But Sage, like that just didn't seem like the reason to do that. But then they continue using her powers on other people too at the end. Stupid. So I hated that part. Um I like that Ashley was trying to figure out if her husband, aka Allfather, was teetering on Homelander being God, or really had a suspicion that like this dude's not God. What are we doing? Why are we doing that? She was trying to figure out if he was following it or he had some um if he wasn't following it. I can't think of the word I want to say. Um and she was trying to figure it out with her face on the back, trying to read his mind. But they had their whole little debacle from last episode, so they weren't talking anymore. But Ashley stepped up and helped the boys get out of a trap and led them to Homelander to help them kill Homelander. But she did not save her husband. And I think she kind of actually liked dude. So I feel kind of sad for her. But then, of course, she became the president because the president died. And immediately they took her off the presidency. It was like, no, you can't be the president. You crazy. So no happy ending for her. Um, the fact that I forgot about this. Last week they brought the Gen V people in. They brought Marie and Jordan in. I don't know if I talked about that. They didn't really give them much to do, and they still didn't give them much to do in this episode. They brought them back. Starlight has a moment with Marie telling her like, "I used to be like you, hopeful, ready to fight any challenge." And Maeve pushed me down because she had been like me as well, but then been broken over time. And I'm like her now. I'm broken, and I'm thankful for you because you giving me that spark to fight again. It was a cool little touching story, great. But why didn't y'all do more with the Gen V people? Like you brought them on and didn't do anything with them, knowing their show got canceled. You could have did more with them, and I feel they were just wasted and just there. It sucks. They even brought the shrinking girl in. She had a couple jokes which were funny, but it felt like they didn't even need to be there, honestly, for what they did. So that I dislike that. Um, the Deep got killed. I It was funny how he got killed. It clearly foreshadowed he was gonna get killed by these sea creatures. I wish it had been more sea creatures that killed him instead of just one squid. I wish it had been more people, more sea creatures. But you got to see that death. You got to see his ending. He actually get told by Homelander, "Only reason I kept you alive so you know that how useless you are. Deep down, how useless you are, and you mean nothing to me." So Deep came to he still didn't even come to an understanding because he still tried to fight Starlight to try to get on the Homelander side. But then he died in that process. So that character got his end, which he should have. He should have been dead a long time ago, honestly. But he got his end. Um, what else? We have Let's get to Homelander and the way they kill Homelander. Homelander knows they're coming for him. He knows this. They set it up in the White House to have some kind of trap for the boys when they do come. The trap doesn't work. In this trap is stupid. They they catch them off guard and catch them in this corridor. Use this sound thing that pumps out that hurts soup so it makes them weak. Great plan. But then he uses regular guys with guns to shoot at them. You have so many different superheroes you can use to go fight them while they're hurt in that sound thing. Why would you have other superheroes to try to kill them and just regular guy with a gun? That was stupid. But then Homelander doesn't seem to be taking them too seriously. Yes, you're a god, but you know that they possibly have a way to kill you. Why wouldn't you have some kind of be more on edge. Even in the fight he had, he didn't really seem to use his super speed. We know he has super speed. He doesn't use it in that fight. He's easily captured or easily held down and able to be hit with that chemicals V burning chest bomb, which I wish they would have did that better. I really wish they did that better. The fight really wasn't that good. Really wasn't that well choreographed. And Homelander with his abilities shouldn't have been beat. That he even with Ryan coming in fighting him, he still shouldn't have been beat. They try to do this psychological thing where Ryan told him earlier, like even with all this new power you got, you still understand that people won't love you. People won't care about you. With all this power you have, it still means nothing because people still despise you. They're only following you because they're scared of you. And they try to make it, he finally gets psychologically psyched out by this and realize no one's really going to love him. But it's not enough for him not to be able to use his powers, which he's been using since he was born to the full extent, knowing these guys are trying to kill him. Um, yes, they make him grovel once he gets his powers taken away. He literally gets on his knees and tells Butcher, "Hey, I'll suck your dick if you don't kill me," which is wild, which is also televised on screen. So people see this, so they instantly stop liking Homelander and not wanting to follow him. It is true to his character that he will beg and do anything he can not to get killed. And finally seeing him depowered, powerless, and just a human being, it is kind of gratifying to see that after this man uses power against people in such evil ways, to see him begging for his life at this point because he has no power and he's just a human and he's mortal now. It kind of brings his character full circle. And the way Butcher kills him, whoo, brutal, brutal. He puts a what are those things you use the criminal use to break into doors? Um, dang it.
Crowbar.
Crowbar. He uses a crowbar, sticks it into his head, and then busts his brains out. Like he uses it and anchors his brains out. So it was brutal, and it was a definite way to see him die. Like I knew they were gonna kill him. I didn't know how brutal they were gonna do it. They did it very, very brutal, which I give him credit for that. But in the midst of that, when Chemical blasts him, Homelander does lose his powers, but so does Butcher and so does Ryan. Ryan is not a soup anymore. He's just a normal boy, which might be good and bad for him. I think he likes being a suit, but not for the other reasons other people do. So that sucks. Um, and then we get Butcher fulfilling his goal, which was killing Homelander, but then realizing Tara dies, which he was gonna stay with Tara and Ryan. And Ryan's like, I don't want to be with you anymore. You're not a good person. My dad's a terrible person, but you're not a good person either. This is a new start for me, and I want this to be an end for us. So Butcher thought he would go right out of the sunset with Ryan and Tara. Tara dies. Ryan leaves him. So Butcher pulls out the virus he has, and he went to Vought Towers and was gonna release the virus in the towers to kill all the soups and help that virus spread to kill all the soups in the world. And of course, Huey comes to stop him, and they have their moment where Huey's like, "Look, I can't let you do this," and Butcher's like, "You're not gonna stop me. I'm gonna do this. It is what it is." And Huey's like, "Well, I don't need to stop you because I think you have a heart and you're gonna stop yourself." And there's a glimpse of moment where Butcher sees Huey as Lenny, his little brother who passed away, and Butcher actually stops himself from releasing the virus long enough for Huey to shoot him and kill him, which is the end of a story for Butcher. Um, you see their moment and them saying goodbye, touching moment, and then they still have. And Butcher even told him as he's dying, he was like, "Hey, Huey, everything I put you through, all the bullshit, all the stupid shit I've done to you, you stayed a good person. You stay who you are. I didn't change you, and it's okay that you shot me because I wasn't gonna stop. You had to stop me, and I don't blame you for it." And they have their little moment. They have a little funeral for Butcher. They put him right next to his wife, who I'm blanking on her name. I just blanked on her name. What is her name? Ah, dang it. I'll hit it in the comments. But they put him next to his wife, so he gets to lay next to her for the rest of life. Even though they said he's probably in hell yelling at the devil right now. But they have that moment. Um, we end in this world that soups are still in this world. Bot is still in control. The guy that dang it, I forget his name. He comes back and takes over as Vought CEO, who he was a CEO before, and Homelander grabbed him to find out where the V is. Lester, that's not his name. I can't remember his name, but he's back at the Vought. He's trying to get Vought back on track. But the government now is pulling back to the superhero registry are doing that. So they're tracking down superheroes, stopping them, and actually holding them to the law. And VOD is not as big and they can't control as much. And the government asks Huey, does he want to come back and work for them? And Huey says no. He's got a private thing going on, and that's when we learn that him and Starlight are still doing the work of controlling supers, but on their own terms. And Starlight's pregnant, but still fighting soups, and that's how we end it. Like I said, a 6.5 out of 10, a decent wrap up, but so much more was expected. At least in my opinion, I was kind of disappointed watching this. I feel like they could have did more, write something better, um, have a better ending battle, and we still have Soldier Boy in a frozen tube somewhere. So clearly he's gonna get out at one point in time. Um, like I said this like 2 weeks ago, that a lot of people got upset because they feel like this season was a real catapult for the prequel that is supposed to be coming out, Vault Rising, because they had a lot of characters in there. And I thought Maeve was gonna come back because they do mention her, but they don't bring her back. But all in all, I really thought they could have did a better season finale. Being this is the last episode, the grand finale, they could have did something a little more, uh, just special. So unfortunately, it sucks, but still a good show. Very excited to see what comes next in the prequel, what they do with that. And yeah, that's my review of episode 8 of The Boys season finale, the end of all the seasons. I guess you would say it like that, yeah. So let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Did you watch it? How did it make you feel? Were you excited, sad about it? Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah, I was really surprised when he said they killed Homelander because he said in the previous episode he was invincible, but you also did. They were coming up with a plan to kill him,
Yeah,
and I see that it worked out.
yeah,
The
yeah.
plan.
It worked. Like I was like, they actually wrote this ability in like I think season 3 that Soldier Boy has. So they laid the groundwork for him being killed, even though he is immortal. A way to kill him. So writing there works great. Writing there works great. I just think they could have did more
Yeah.
in it.
Okay. Well, um, that's our episode for this week. We'll first start off to say I hope everyone has a good holiday weekend. Have fun, be safe, enjoy. Um, and that's it. Hit the like and subscribe button. The link is in our description with all our social medias. Hit us up on everything. Like the videos, share the videos, repost them, or retweet, or whatever you do on your platform. Do that for us. We would greatly appreciate that. Voicemail. Yep. You can leave us a voicemail about a minute long, talking about sports, superheroes. Or if you have a question for us, go ahead and leave that voicemail. We'll answer it. You might even get played on a podcast. Never know. Depends on what you ask or what you're talking about. So,
Yep.
um, until next time, be safe. Have a fun weekend. Hope it's warm wherever you're at, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.